like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity. And today's, I'm a little nervous. As you all who know me, um, you know that I'm very sensitive to women, and I don't like to offend them. And so I don't even like, honestly, to go ahead and share this one. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. So, but it's in here, and we must do it. Um, and so. Um, So warning, ladies, if you go ahead and get offended, if you get offended and you're a woman, I'm with you, totally with you. This is just wrong. Ken's the one that went ahead and really pushed me to do this. Um, so,
It's
I do
funny.
not. I do not. I don't want all the women to hate me. Well,
and so if you think this is if you think that this is funny, then can you click on a button somewhere around here? Adam put a button that goes to my comedy, my comedy routine. And so, guys, if you like this video, you have a lot of repressed feelings to women, definitely go ahead and, contribute. All of the money that you contribute goes to Life Masteries Institute. There's a little bit of trauma that I have there from my wife, where she said when I was first exposed to that I would be a great comedian, I went to my wife and I was excited about how I was going to have a new economic engine. And she said, keep your day job. This created a lot of trauma and a little bit of sass too. And so, women, if you have a sense of humor and you're laughing through this, talk to me. You and I are going to get along just great. And then, the men's stuff is even more funny, but it took a lot less time. It's kind of like, when you're public and you try to go to the bathroom, there's a long line. Like, there's a lot of things that I look and say, man, it'd be nice to be a woman. Now, don't get the wrong impression, okay? I'm not having sexual identity issues. Well, I mean, I might be. I don't know. These are.
aren't you a black woman?
and again, if you're a black woman watching this and you're offended, that's because Ken's one of those, I don't know, racist, gender, like he's all of this stuff. So no, if you got to know me and you're a black woman, you'd be like, Mark, I've had 3 black women tell me that. Anyways, let's jump into the video. I've tried to delay it as long as I possibly can. So let's start off with the ladies first. Ladies who watch this video, what do you think? That's what I was afraid of.
I was just thinking, it's typical men were designing it, so.
Because a woman would never say that.
Well, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, good dialogue here. Again, if you're a guy, pass the video along, and then I think you'll know, not that women are stereotyped, you'll know how a woman in your life is going to respond to this. So she's either going to laugh like crazy and go, yep, that's so true. Or she's going to be a little sassy and spicy. So you can give it to her and say, this is such a wrong video. Man, I can't even believe it's out there. Like, and then the dialogue, like go into the dialogue and talk about the dialogue, and do that. Other ladies? So, okay. This is what I was
How can we
afraid.
determine which category we fit in?
Well, see, that's an unusual woman. Like, Ken and I are like, huh?
Wow. Let's talk to her more.
So like, wow, now that's a curious woman. Like, that's a really cool woman. Like, that's amazing. So probably ask your husband. Oh,
I'm guessing you'll get the best results if you just ask him and stick with him.
no, see, Luke isn't married, so he doesn't understand these things. It's okay. He doesn't understand these things. So a woman's gonna get the best results by asking her husband to watch the video, okay? And then what she has is a really big ball bat that she's holding on to and say, honey, which one do you think I'd fall into? Which category do you think I fall in? And then start doing the ball bat up and down. Which one do you think I fall into? he's gonna say you fall in. That's a great question, Doreen. That's just classic. You have a very blessed husband. Very blessed husband. Okay.
he
I
realizes
love
it?
it. Go ahead.
You think he realizes it?
He will if you use the ball. We should text Lou. Somebody, Ken, do you have Lou's number?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna call Lou up. He's the Wizard's best, or no, I'm the Wizard's best friend. I get confused. Alan Stein is the second best friend of the Wizard. And then Lou is the Wizard's sidekick. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Lou. Hey Siri, call Lou Costabile speakerphone. Wow, Siri is good. I'm stuttering and it still does it. We're calling Lou here. If Lou was on this one, oh my goodness, it would get sassy like crazy. He's not picking up. He left me 2 messages this week.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He left me 2 messages. I haven't returned his call.
You think it had anything to do with the voicemail you left him?
Yeah, for sure. He wanted to talk to Kenneth. Lou, this is Mark. I can't believe you didn't pick up. You leave 2 messages and then you don't respond. I figured you'd be by the phone just waiting for me. We're talking about the video, and man, you should be on. I'm telling you, this is prime material as the Wizard's assistant. So join www.ravingfan.net. Do it right now. I mean, immediately. Don't wait. Kenneth's on. And so he's going to be on. And so I know you want to talk to him again. So join us right now, please. Everybody's waiting for sure. Love you, buddy. Thanks for calling. I was kind of expecting 4 or 5, 6 calls, but it's okay. You're not that good of a friend. Bye. All right. So, all right. Any other women want to share? Yeah, you're just not beating him enough, Noreen. If you beat him, he'll understand. He'll relate to you. This is not this is a family friendly one. Well, I mean, it's okay to hit men,
With a baseball bat.
That's okay to do. So it's
They
family
deserved
friendly.
it.
If we went ahead, if this was the marriage podcast like the one on Friday, oh my gracious, this would go south into TJJS way sooner, like very, very quickly. Who's joined us?
Well, I'm on, and I'm a
Adam.
630 number, so I'm not sure.
Yes, this is you. This is my wife of 39 years. I'm glad you could join us today, honey.
I've been on.
Oh, have you?
Rosanna, what are your thoughts of the video when you watched the video?
Well, I was just wondering what intrigued my husband to do this video today. I'm just curious.
It helped me to understand men and women a lot.
So now that you heard what your husband thought, what'd you think?
I think it's funny. And I thought it was funny that a guy was telling this. I wonder what it would have been like if a woman would have said the same things that the guy was saying. That's my
Watch this, Doreen. She hits me a lot. Like there's lot. So watch this, Doreen, because you're just not hitting your husband enough if he's not giving you the right answers. So I have learned to give Rosanna the right answers. And so here's the right answer. Watch this. And be amazed. If a woman would have done this, if she would have done this, it would have been much better than a man doing it.
nice. Good answer.
So you can always tell when a woman's beating her husband enough. Boy, he gives her the right answers. He's making
Good
sure
job,
everything's
Mark.
just
You will not sleep on the couch tonight.
right. Yeah, again,
This could go really.
Well, man, I've got an idea. Like, this is an idea.
No.
We ought to use this in the marriage one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Might be better.
Yeah, Luke doesn't know what he's doing.
When he
Talking about
says that
sleeping.
comment, that's not a good thing to. We're gonna go off.
Oh my
really quick.
goodness. We go
Gonna
off
go
the
off on a
rail,
rabbit trail.
and the only ones that should listen to that is going to be the married couples, because my gracious, where we could go there.
So, what would you do with a husband that actually slept on the couch?
That what?
What would you do with a husband that actually slept on the couch?
So again,
Does he
Doreen,
want to?
Doreen is teasing me. She's teasing me. She's taunting me. And so Ken is going a little different direction than I am. Okay. So we're going different direction, even though we're brothers, we will go in different directions. And so, this isn't really about marriage. It's not meant to be, but,
Okay.
I mean, it is, the dream wife, don't let her go. We could
How
do our
come
own
women have
videos.
so many? How come women have so many different categories, but then for the men it's only like 3?
Okay. So Luke, watch this. Again, when your wife beats you as much as mine does, you just learn to go ahead and say the right things to all women.
Oh, I
The
figured you were
Yeah.
going to say you just learned how to make a lot of money. According to the
Obviously,
video, that's what you
obviously
need.
you don't have. No, that's another conversation we'll have a little later that gets even more funny. The reason, Elaine, is men are simple. They're just simple. They're just simple-minded, simple. Women are complex. They have all of these different nuances. That's why men are simple and women are complex. Obviously, every woman's very complex and every man is simple, not to stereotype. I mean, you can stereotype men. It's okay to stereotype men, but we never do that to women, because then I get beat over the head with a baseball bat. And so that's why, Elaine, is women are super beautiful and complex, and they have all these different nuances. Men, they're just pigs. Going back to the pre-show, again, interesting how everything connects together. If, like, again, contribute, go down, contribute,
Oh my God.
help to men contribute, help to validate me, with
I
my
just
wife.
want to interrupt and say this podcast would be so much better if at least 3 or 4 of the other people on this group would actually put the video on. It would be better.
Like, I'm not gonna ask, I'm not sure I'm tracking that. I have a sense, I'm listening. I was told by somebody, a dear friend of mine, that Rosanna and I were not expert communicators. I would agree with 50% of that conversation for sure. Obviously, because I get beat a lot, not only from my wife, but there's evidence that I do it from my daughters too, that I get beat from them. Obviously, we know which 50% I'm talking about, and my brother. And he said that, something that traumatized me, and my son-in-law, he said something too. So obviously the 50% that's terrible at communication, we know it's me. I mean, we don't have to say that. That's a given. Melissa, I'm curious about you. You got a little sass there. What do you think about the video?
Which video are you referring to?
So just so you guys all know, she's got 2 kids. She's pregnant. She went into the hospital. She did not deliver. Like, this is a woman you do not want to mess with. Okay. There's another whole chart there in your dream woman. Woman goes into hospital having contractions, does not deliver, comes home. Grandpa's really happy he's 25 minutes away. But she said the cutest thing to me. So just so you guys all know, and I almost went over there immediately. So she sent this to me at 1:20. I'll never erase this. I mean, I never erase any of them, but I never erase this one for sure. She says, I could use a good cry on my daddy's arm, heart. Thank you, Dad, for everything. I love you. So, guys, it's not really that hard. It's not. I mean, I went over there and stayed with the 2 girls, 2 of the granddaughters, 4 and 2. We had so much fun. It was insane. It was insane, the fun we had. We laughed and giggled. Man, oh man. If this little one's a boy, I feel sorry. Man, these girls are tough. Like, they are tough. And then, like my mom, she gave me the secret to women when I was 9 years old. There's rumors that she loved me a lot more than she did all the other kids. And the rumors, I'm just saying, are true. And so she didn't give Ken the secret. She didn't give my other 2 brothers the secret. So I remember 9 years old. Again, contribute. Ladies, now's the time for you to contribute, because I'm going to give. I mean, how much is this advice worth to you as women? It's priceless. I'm just telling you, it's just priceless. It's priceless. But that doesn't mean you don't give any money. At least give, hi, honey. Oh, my gracious. How's my buddy? We had.
You can say hi, Grandpa. Say hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa.
Hi, honey. She had to get to what she wanted. No. So Melissa's training her very well to be a woman. First, you have to go ahead and greet him before you tell him what you want. But the rules don't apply to granddaughters to grandfathers, because you don't have to tell me, because I know it's just fake anyways. Like, how are you, Grandpa? Just get to the bottom line. I want this from you, Grandpa. Okay. It's good. I know, we had so much fun. Anyways, going back now, I lost. Oh, the secret to making women in your life happy. So my mom, I noticed that she likes sour cream and onion potato chips. I don't know how. Secret, men, be attentive. Women, man, do they love attentiveness. It's insane how much they love attentiveness. It's insane. Insane, insane, insane. You pay attention to little things and you'll win their hearts. You just will. So I noticed that she had, sour cream. She liked sour cream and onion potato chips. So, I had a paper out and I earned my own money. And so one day on the way home from school, Ken, you've heard this story hundreds of times, right?
Not hundreds, but I have heard it a few times. I can't wait to hear it again.
Yeah. So each time it gets a little bit better. And so each time I was hoping he was going to say, I've never heard this story. Then I could go ahead and say, well, yeah, because I don't want to give mom secrets to you. Like, I don't want it.
Oh, you gave it to me after it was too late. Thanks.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So on the way home, I'm 9 years old, and I'm, walking home from school, and there was a convenience store right on the corner. Ken was too young; he doesn't remember it, but I remember it. And so I stopped in the convenience store, got a bag of sour cream and onion potato chips, and so I went home. 9-year-old boy. Think of a 9-year-old boy. Think when you were 9-year-old boy. And I go to my mom and I give them to her. I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, all the things that she did for me, I guess no big deal. Hint for the boys and the men in this group. When you do something for a woman, do not look what I did. This. Don't do that, guys. It takes away all the joy, all the benefit. You gotta go sorry for the kids on a dumbass look on your face. What? Like this, I just do this every day. Like, it's not that big a deal. So I did. I mean, genuine. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. My mom, she started crying. I mean, she's tearing up and crying, and I'm like, man, in my little 9-year-old brain, I'm like.
And just a little context, our mom didn't cry very much.
Oh, thank you, Ken. That makes the story a lot better. It's true. She just didn't. And I'm like, I remember my little 9-year-old brain, I'm like, women are weird. Like, they're just weird. They're strange. Now I could tell it wasn't a bad cry. There's good cries, man, and bad cries. This was not a bad cry. It's just a weird cry. Like, why is she crying? And then she knelt down and she looked right into my eyes and she said, Mark, honey, you are going to make some woman the most amazing husband in the world because you're so sensitive to women. Now, if you ask
now,
if you ask 1,000 people who know me the best, what's the one word that would describe Mark? I am pretty confident there is not one of them that would come up with sensitive as being, something.
I'll give you the word.
This again, Luke, is an example of a ball back. Go ahead, honey.
I said I'll give you the sensitive word.
Oh, sorry. Retract that. I get some information. I have a little trauma from the Russia trip that she and I took together when she was 11. And it's like, whoa, like, man, you got to watch out for those little sweet girls, little sweet, nice girls. Man, they'll turn on you. Thank you, honey. So people don't see. This is a twofer. This is a twofer podcast for sure. We'll talk about men, the men part next. That's simpler. Or is it? Anyways, so that impacted my life forever. What's weird is, like with most people in my life, I get later in life, I told my mom and she didn't remember the story. So most people in my life think if they don't remember, it didn't happen. Like, it didn't happen. It's like, no, it happened. I remember it very, very well. And I realized in my little tiny 9-year-old brain, women are not that complex. They're just not. You look for little things that nobody else sees. And as a husband, you want to do this better to your wife than any other guy does it. Any other person on the planet does it. You want to see something inside of her that nobody else sees. And so the sensitivity, because I don't broadcast it, until now, because I want contributions, like, to go ahead and, help my wife understand I am a man of many, many, many talents. And so women, I'm just telling you, contribute here, because I remember thinking, so I need to pay attention to the women in my life. I need to look and watch and observe these things. And so So, like when I'm teaching a bunch of salespeople, men, and I'm like, we're in sales, straight commission sales. The only thing this might contribute back to the second part of the video. Okay. So when you're working hard, like 10, 12, 15-hour days, 6, maybe 7 days a week, the only thing worse than that for a wife is when you're doing those kind of hours and not making any money. Like if you're making money, she's not happy because obviously you should be able to go ahead and not work very many hours, make lots of money. And so, but when you're doing both of those, you're working long hours and not making money. Holy cow, is that hard on a wife and a mother? It just is. So I say to these guys, I'm like, okay, guys. So one of the field trips we have, because they were all men, they were all young men like me. I was like 25, 26 years old. So we go to Hallmark, and obviously they're goofballs and they don't know how to pick out a card. So I go find a box that's cheap because we're not making any money and they're not making any money. And because they're working hard, I'm working hard too. And so I find a card and it says something about, it's a soft card. And then I get a bunch of little white bears. And then I take them back and we go back to the training room. I said, okay, guys, let me give you exactly what you need to say. So I say in the card, I say, honey, I know I've been working tons and tons of hours, sweetheart, and I miss you and the kids like crazy. ... Sorry about that, working for you and the kids. I just want you to know that you warm my heart. Then there's this little white bear, and you put the card in the freezer, and then you put the little bear beside it. That's from my mom when I was 9 years old. This is not a one-time occurrence. That was a beautiful strategy, amazing strategy. Like, holy cow. The guys came back, man, that's amazing. Like, it's amazing. What I'm like, right? It worked great until the Christmas party. And I did it to my wife too. And Robin Graham and my wife were sitting next to each other. And Robin said, you're not gonna believe, my husband did, and Rosanna's like, and all of the trainees were with all their wives were around the table.
Oh my goodness.
And Rosanna's like, what did your husband do? And he's the sweetest, kindest, gentlest guy. Like, he's so romantic. Rosanna's like, wow, what did he do? And he put this card in the freezer with his little bear, and he had this little tiny saying that said, honey, you warm my heart. And I'm like, the alpha male. I am the alpha male. Like, I am the alpha male. Or another time when I bought 30 cards because I wasn't making much money, and I bought 30 cards in a box, very inexpensive, and every day I gave her a new card, and I put that card, one card, I gave her, and then she put them all around the kitchen. Like, there was this whole series of 30 cards.
I still have those cards.
I'm not surprised. Then what she did is she obviously told all her girlfriends, all the women that she knew, and all the girlfriends went ahead and like, my gracious, I wish my husband did that. Oh, like, I'm just saying. The guys are like, you gotta tone down your game a little bit. I'm like, I'm not toning down my game. I'm taking it to a next level because I found that perfect wife. And you know what? If I expect a lot from her, I gotta deliver more. This has gone into the next time, but it was worth it. Next week we're gonna have part 2, and we're gonna get my good friend, forgot his name, Lou. Yeah.
Yeah.
we get my good, very good friend, close friend, that I forget his name, Lou, on for this. And I'm telling you, bring your checkbook. Bring your checkbook next week, because next week, Lou is gonna. It'll be the funniest thing. You're just gonna laugh a lot. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Again, contribute to the fund going for a great cause, helping single moms, women and kids at risk, and a whole bunch of other great causes. So definitely contribute for sure. Always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Next week's going to be even a better session than this. So definitely participate live. We'll see ya.